26. Second down following the run.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky. Set. Green. Back there. Over. Now, let's get you now, Barney.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's got a man open. It's Cameron Meredith. That one goes for 36 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now this time he'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick, and he will bring this all the way back out to midfield. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey, because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for 24 yards. Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
They run again on first down. Cook. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Second down now after the incompletion. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Play action now. Bridgewater. That's caught at the 1. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Ladarius Green, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings have taken a first-quarter lead. Blair Walsh on to attempt the extra point. He's got it, and the Vikings take a 7-0 lead. Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Chicago offense coming back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They go with Howard to begin the drive. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
2nd and 5. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sharif Floyd in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Second down, sacked by the defense. What type of pressure will they bring here on third? We'll see. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. And this passing game, this whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Taken at the 37. And he is going to feel that one knocked down hard right at the 45. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had the touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Came out in a power set, that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
How about this offense? Already feeling good about themselves with a touchdown already in their first drive. It's certainly come out firing, even though that one was incomplete.
With the 7-0 lead, more apt to take a shot like that downfield?
Hey, you're one to the good. Go ahead and try and press your advantage.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. Just the first quarter, but tackling going to be so important going forward. They've got to limit plays like that.
And that's something when you see it happen early in the game and they don't get him on the ground, you can always tell that they were concerned about it going in. Because I can just tell you, from my days, I remember being in college and worrying all off-season about our season opener opponent, and they had a receiver that could shake and bake with the best of them. I tackled him on the first pass of the game, and the relief was incredible. Ended up having a pretty decent ball game. But if I'd missed him, it would have been a
different story.
Long night.
So 2nd and 10 here. On play action, they'll throw. And this will be incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Sharif Floyd in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And now out comes Minnesota. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to something else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
Fresh set of downs here. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right. And some room to maneuver. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. 2nd quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. And they've got it here with a 1st down. To throw is Bridgewater. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. And the D looking like they may blitz. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. And he finds Cook. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down, Bridgewater. And that is incomplete. They were looking to get it to Kelvin Benjamin there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
On second down, Cook. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, so it leaves them needing a conversion here on 3rd and a tough 9. From the gun, Bridgewater. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. They'll set up to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Sharif Floyd getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. And this will be taken at the 13. That's a pretty good one for the old average. 68 yards on the punt there. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And he's got him. Got his man on the in route. Complete. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
When we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time. Really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Stepping up, he'll try and run. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And it falls incomplete after almost being intercepted. A pick there would have been great. The good news for the defense now, it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for Minnesota. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Let's go.
Looking to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't hang on to it. Nearly picked. He's known for his hands defensively. But instead it just brings up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now. He's been terrific so far. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota.
Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory. So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 22. First down, here's the run with Cook. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Now Bridgewater. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. They got pressure there and only rushing 3.
And there's a defensive coordinator right now who is celebrating not just getting home with 3 there, but realizing if that's the type of pressure he can get in the entire game, then his pass defense is going to be excellent. You're dropping 8. Where are you going to go with the football?
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10.
Here's Bridgewater. Green with a catch left side. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Now the Bears offense ready to take over again. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is caught inside the 15. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick here is good. So we are at halftime here on Halloween, as we'll send you down to Orlando, where Larry Ridley has our EA Sports halftime report. Larry? So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded at the 8. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
And they'll start the drive here with an end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. On play action, it's Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Leonard Floyd able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Bridgewater being chased out left. Oh, and he'll just get rid of this one deep. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
Well, we couldn't count in yardage on that one, didn't we? That was truly 3rd and a mile, wasn't it?
It was. I thought they might just go underneath, but they didn't. They wanted to get the first down there.
Yeah, they tried to pick up the huge chunk unsuccessfully. I'm with you. I would have tried to take some yardage just to gain some field position.
But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. And tough starting field position here.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Hurry up, hit him.
They give to Burton, the fullback. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That's someone who's pretty happy right there. That's the defense coordinator. Body after body getting to him before he can get started.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Double tight, guys, double tight. Let's go.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He leaves this one for Howard. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down.
Watch it now, Barney. Here we go.
On the give, running right is Howard. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Hurry up, here we go. Detroit!
They'll set up a throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And taken at the 46. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position. 1st and 10. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he's going to get this inside the 30. That good for 19 and a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down. Second down following the incompletion. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. And I know it seems like we say this a lot in broadcast booths, but a quarterback can hold on to the football too long in these situations. I think he did right there.
Oh, I agree with you totally. Sometimes you have to understand situations. Get rid of the football, save some yardage to make it less to gain for the next down. Instead, he was so hipped on ball security, he held on to it and took a big sack.
3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Decent gain on the scramble to 6, but now it's 4th. So off is Bridgewater, on the kicker Blair Walsh on 4th down. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is right down Broadway. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field, and on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something. That's caught inside the 20. A huge play there for Chicago. 59 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
A little bit of ground to make up for the offense as they face a 2nd and 11.
Patriot! Here we go now! Philly, here we go!
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. He'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Linval Joseph able to swamp him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. So 2 plays with only negative yardage to show, and now it's 3rd and 16. to throw. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. To give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Let's go.
They'll run. Here's Burton, the fullback. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Burton, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying the football game. So all square here in this third quarter as the kick's away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he goes for 18 there as the drive will continue. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jamie Collins coming in from that outside linebacker spot. He gets him down for a loss of 5. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And no return. This one out of bounds. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there and handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Now back to throw. He's going to air one out. Jones. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big play there for the Bears on third. 56 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down, and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Second down following the run.
Let's go. Green, 39. Green.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
No. Check. Patriots. Patriots. Detroit.
They'll look to throw. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. Looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Vikings now heading onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. The second down throw for Bridgewater. That's into the hands of Westbrook over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 30 yards there.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Second down, Bridgewater. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make it 3rd and 1.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
They'll try and pick it up by running the option to the right. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down at the 22-yard line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. It's a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Bridgewater from the gun on 3rd down. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And the Vikings are in for the touchdown. Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now the punter Dixon out to kick it off. This will be fielded at the 8. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the coming out as they get ready. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. And, of course, the quarterback in this situation, he's realizing time is becoming a factor. Let's see if they can get some points on the board here late. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Aaron Donald, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Here we go now.
He'll look to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Detroit! Here we go.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they will finally get him as he's all the way down near the 40-yard line. And they're not able to convert on 4th down.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to go up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
Getting the ball is Cook running left. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And now the Bears going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. You got the slim lead late and the football, so why are you throwing it there?
Remember during the year when we asked one of the head coaches, you know, if you're in this spot, why would you throw the ball? And he talked about trust in his quarterback and trust in his offense.
But still.
And then at the end he kind of went, yeah, not really a good reason.
Back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Now a desperation. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's 3 yards. Down to a knee goes Bridgewater, and that ought to do it. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Minnesota, a loss would have really hurt. As it stands, they finished the first half at 3-5. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Arizona to take on the Cardinals. Meanwhile, for the Bears, things are definitely going south quickly as they fall now to 1-6. And they'll get a home date next week against the Detroit Lions. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Soldier Field.